everyone, and welcome back to Ames Tonight. As always, I'm Jim Heinrichs.
And I'm Malik Newson.
Now, Malik, it's that time of year again.
Yep.
Halloween.
Yep, my favorite time of the year when people get to dress up. People still get to go trick-or-treating because I still do that at the age of 21. And there's always a great time with homecoming week coming around.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, trick-or-treating is great. I mean, it means free food. I guess not a lot of people really like adults trick-or-treating, but
okay,
right.
I mean, I come with my, pumpkin bucket. I'm ready to go. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just getting candy.
Nice. Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm sure you can tell, I did not plan well for this Halloween episode. I was going to be the Green Lantern.
Yeah, I respect you for trying. It was a good idea in hindsight. It was a bad idea in execution because of you're not really so much green so much as you are a background, but you still look good.
I mean, I think I've still got a little green right there, right around there. I mean, trees.
Yeah, trees.
They're important. To
They're
the
very
ecosystem.
important. And if you can't tell, I'm dressed as Steve Prohm because everyone needs a little bit of sport in their life when it comes to Halloween. You gotta always dress up a little bit athletic because you gotta burn off all the candy you're gonna probably be eating.
Definitely.
And by probably, I mean, don't expect me to give you my Twix. I'm gonna steal all of them. Yep.
All right, cool. So, what do we got for them tonight?
So, me and Jim were talking, and we thought, since Halloween is coming up, and we wanted to bring up some cool ideas for Halloween costumes, but I obviously saw some kind of weird ones on the internet, so we're going to be covering the top 5 Halloween fails and the top 5 Halloween, wins for costumes. So, Jim, you'll cover the wins, as usual, and I'll be a little bit pessimistic with the not-so-good ones.
Sounds good to me.
So here we go.
Take it away.
All right. So quick honorable mention that's going to go out there is going to be this kid who dressed up as our beloved Great Dane from childhood, but it looks like instead of chowing down on Scooby snacks, he got his mouth stuck in Dig Dug's air pump and stayed and looked like that. So sorry, Scooby. Looks like Scooby-Doo needs to go on a diet in his head. Now we have number 5 coming up for you guys, Kim Possible. Now me growing up, I loved Kim Possible, man. She was the first instance I ever had watching Spies in action. After that, it was totally Spies. And then I got to watch the final greatest spy of all time, Sean Connery. Now, I'm not mad at this costume, dude. Just don't expect me to be Ron or Wade for you, because I've already got my costumes planned out.
And like Malik said, I'm going to have the top 5 Halloween costumes for you. So, number 5, let's get started. We have The Flash. Yeah, The Flash. So, basically, The Flash is the fastest man alive. And he will be a major character in Justice League, coming out on November 17th.
All right, for number 4, we have the Kool-Aid Man. Now, this is both a win and a fail, how I see it. See, me growing up, I love seeing the Kool-Aid Man crashing through my wall after three random people started saying, "Oh no, oh no, oh no," for some unbeknownst reason to me. And normally, he seems as an endearing character. But for some reason, when I see this guy, after hearing those 3 oh no's, I just imagine this guy yelling, "Oh yeah," after finishing his case of Natty Light. So, well played, my dude.
Number 4, Superman. Superman is arguably the strongest being in the DC universe. Henry Cavill will take to the big screen again in Justice League, coming out on November 17th.
In these costumes. Okay, never mind. Number 3, we have the No-Ab Flash. Now, calling out the Flash that Jim dressed up earlier, he's right. The Flash is the fastest man in the world, which Usain Bolt is sure to surpass him sometime soon. But this guy doesn't even come close to our red spandex wearing Justice Leaguer. I commend the dude for drawing on abs, because let's face it, abs are kind of hard to get. But let's clear the air. The Flash can clear the speed of sound 1,000 times over, while this guy looks like the only thing he wants to hear is his microwave beep for 1,000 times. So, sorry dude, your costume failed.
Number 3, he can't fly, he doesn't use echolocation, and he's not even blind. but he is Batman. Batman is still one of the coolest superheroes in the world, despite not having all those bat abilities. And he will be seen in Justice League, coming out on November 17th.
Man, I need to get one of those Batman masks. That seems like a good idea. Now we have number 2. I like to call him CD Thor. Now, look, I love the Avengers, with the blonde-haired son of Odin having a firm place in my top 5, though he's not going to replace Spider-Man not anytime soon. But this guy right here doesn't even seem like Mjolnir would deem him worthy enough to hold him, especially because he's wearing all the albums that you were meant to put in his CD changer. Now, just saying, Thor should be able to speak with gusto and might in his voice. Not some dude who's probably going to tell me about the mixtape he made for his girlfriend that one summer's eve, but let's be real, no one wants that CD.
Number 2, Captain America. Captain America and Thor have met. Thor Ragnarok comes out November 2nd. Also, take that, Jared Calvert.
And my number 1 Halloween fail is, drum roll please, Dwight from The Office. Now, I know this is coming out of left field, but this one is a personal vendetta for me. So, the other day, I was just sitting down in class, was just sitting next to my friend, we're just chatting it up before class, and this girl sitting behind us, she's talking to her friend, and I kid you not, verbatim, she says, I don't know, maybe I should dress up as Dwight from The Office, but I really don't know how to make it sexy. People, I'm telling you, I almost gave up all hope in humanity for a little bit. But it's Halloween, so you do you, boo-boo. As long as you feel happy, and as long as you got Michael Scott with you, then I see no problems. But other than that, this is a major Halloween fail in my book.
And the number 1 Halloween costume for my list? Whatever your heart desires. Honestly, it's Halloween. Be who you want to be, because Halloween, it's about expressing yourself and just getting as much candy as possible.
Yeah, that's a really good message. You also have a lot of costumes.
Nah.
No?
No, I was just wearing the one.
Oh.
Captain America.
Sorry. Man, I'm just really tired then. I'm sorry. In other news for all of us, we're going to cover a little bit of crazy stuff that's been happening. So, the iPhone X is about to pre-release, so...
Yeah, that's right. So basically, iPhone X, it's going to be pretty much the most amazing thing Apple's ever made or something. I don't really know. But they have their pre-release tonight. Now, we might have another Rick and Morty McDonald's Szechuan sauce case on our hands, because it doesn't look like they made enough to meet the demands for this pre-release.
Well, it takes 10 seasons to get the iPhone X. It's 10 seasons, it's serious art.
10 seasons.
Let me just phrase it this way. I'm not getting it because my data plan and my contract doesn't give me till March. So have fun, everybody who gets the iPhone X before me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It has a crack on it, and I can't fix that either, so.
Glue.
Glue could work.
Glue could work. All right, and another piece of news. So, homecoming week is this week, so that's been pretty awesome. You're repping the red and yellow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Cardinal and gold. Cardinal and gold. People got mad at us last time because we didn't say that.
Yeah.
But I love wearing the cardinal and gold. It makes me so happy to just get out there and see everyone jumping around for stuff like Yell Like Hell, for the homecoming game this week, which we're going to be like, we better win. If we win, it's going to be crazy.
Everyone is going to go insane. Like there will be no stopping us.
Oh,
that
no.
would be insane.
No, I'm gonna run around, which is gonna be amazing because I don't run anywhere. But I'm gonna run around and be happy that we've just won this homecoming game.
You know who does run around?
Who?
Flash.
Yeah, the Flash. Not the Flash I showed.
Wow. Yeah, he looks like he sits around.
Hey.
Yeah, that wasn't funny.
That's a lot of
Anyway,
Sharpie.
but homecoming week has had a lot of great events. We have Yell Like HE Double Hockey 6. They won't
Yep.
let us say the real name
Oh.
on air. Yeah, there's reasons.
Yeah.
And also free food on campus.
Free food on campus.
Yeah, I got myself some Fuzzy's tacos today.
Yes, it was so good.
From diddlyumptious.
And tomorrow you're going to be able to see the Iowa pork producers bringing some food around for us, so I am super ecstatic for that.
I cannot wait. Well, It's been a very hectic week, but it's been a pretty awesome one. So we hope everyone has a fun and safe Halloween weekend. Remember to keep your costumes sexy.
And please, please, please don't get murdered.
We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back to Ames Tonight. As always, I'm not a giraffe.
That's technically right. He's Jobe Fee, and I'm Ryan Pat T. Let's news it up.
A man in Pasadena crashed his Jaguar sedan into a Goodwill store after falling asleep behind the wheel. Luckily, nobody was injured, but the employees probably wished he had hit them instead of making them have to clean up this massive mess at 3 in the morning. On the bright side, the man who did crash left a new coffee machine. Ironically, if he had just used it, this whole disaster could have been avoided.
Not everyone enjoys their job, and honestly, we can all relate on some level, but usually you don't hear about people quitting the CIA because they were so disinterested in the profession. Lulu decided that a life of secrecy and national security was not for her, as this adorable little pupper recently gave up on being a bomb-sniffing dog. The reason wasn't because she couldn't smell the bombs, but rather because she was so bored with it. She actively ignored the traces during training. With terrorism on the rise and the ever-increasing threat of attacks, Lulu the Black Lab simply doesn't care about that. Luckily for Lulu, there's no horrifying decommissioning process for the K9 units, and Lulu was adopted by her handler, where she is living a very happy life. Of course, there may be an even more secretive CIA event going on behind the scenes, but for now, the American people will have to accept what is given to them. For now, that is.
One of the biggest nuisance of driving is the occasional deer that leaps out in front of you, causing you to jam the brakes or crash into the deer. Luckily, Iowans have come up with the perfect solution. Put signs up along the highway to show the deer where it's safe to cross. Unfortunately, the Department of Transportation say that deer can't read signs, and the signs are to warn people about possible deer crossing, not to warn deer about the cars. Please stop asking us to put signs up for the deer.
People will do anything to be an internet phenomenon nowadays. Fake pranks, diss tracks, skits, climbing the Golden Gate Bridge, anything for the sake of getting those views. One Kentucky man who wants stardom for himself is being accused of hopping the White House fence dressed as the adorable Pikachu from Pokemon. This Pikachu is not fast enough, as the authorities used a super effective takedown to arrest the jumper. The man in question has pleaded not guilty, and his video of the stunt has not yet been posted.
Over the past 8 years, a thief in Japan has dressed as a ninja and has broken into more than 250 houses, stealing $260,000 worth of goods. After the ninja's arrest, police were surprised to learn that a 74-year-old man was responsible. In other news, Steven Seagal has begun production on his next movie, The Ancient Ninja.
Drives can be really boring, and to help combat that with the boredom, we'll listen to our music and sing along with our favorite booty jams. But what if you sang so loud you got pulled over by the police because they thought you were screaming? That is what happened to Tawafik Moala, a Canadian resident who was pulled over because the police thought he was screaming. After searching his car and being questioned, Moala was given an American equivalent of a $118 fine for screaming to the public for his singing. The song in question, Gonna Make You Sweat, otherwise known as Everybody Dance Now. With a song like that, who could blame him for singing?
I take a ticket for singing that.
That's the best. You can't sing,
right?
You can't not do it.
A woman in Louisiana tried to bite a police officer during an arrest, which is weird because the cop is the one supposed to be taking a bite out of crime, not taking a bite from the crime. The woman, feeling bad about her behavior, got the officer an apology cake that said, "Sorry I tried to bite you," which is concise. The officer commented, "That was really sweet of her."
We've been caught in many awkward situations before, such as your parents walking in when you're smooching your lady, saying something strange just a little too loud for everyone to hear, or being the University of Oklahoma when they play Iowa State. But none of that is more awkward than pulling over a man greased up with Vaseline and wearing nothing but a bikini thong. I'm just gonna let that image sink in your head for a bit. The man was identified as 54-year-old John Kellerman, and he was pulled over for speeding and admitted to also, well, I think we all know what he was doing behind the wheel. Kellerman was found to have an invalid license from 1985 and was arrested for speeding and driving with a revoked license.
An industrial designer recently invented a mirror for cancer patients that won't show their reflection unless they are smiling. Burke Ilhan came up with the idea after talking with multiple cancer survivors. He eventually came to the conclusion, these cancer patients are real downers and need to learn to cheer up.
I gotta say, Joe, just being gone for so long, it's just finally great, it's just awesome to be back here at Ames Tonight. It's just, I love it here.
Wait, weren't you here last time? We'll be back with more Ames Tonight.
My name is Matt, and this is Jobe, and we're here to keep it short and sweet on the ending news segment. Amazon will release a new feature called Amazon Key that will allow delivery drivers inside of your home. In related news, DiGiorno Pizza has recently pulled all of its food from Amazon.
After blood testing, a man in the UK by the name of Ant Smith has been confirmed to have the world's smallest penis. Said Ant, "It's not the size that matters, it's how you use it."
Breaking news, tomorrow the secret JFK assassination records will finally be released to the public. Spoiler alert, he dies.
This week, Europe's first underwater restaurant will open to the public. The place will specialize in seafood, and according to earlier reviews, the cake is incredibly moist.
A Mississippi boy was found wandering out in the woods a day after his father allegedly sat him down by a tree and told him he'd be right back. In related news, this kid has won the award for world's worst at hide and go seek.
A man with a 3-foot penis and 11-pound testicles finally gets life-changing surgery. Said Ant Smith, "Welcome to the club!"
Yo, Ant Smith's my homie. Woman becomes a princess after marrying an Ethiopian prince she met in a Washington, D.C. nightclub. And to think, all she had to do was forward him $2,000. Hey, my name's Matt, and this is Jobe Smith. Stay spooky, Ames.
Hello and welcome back to Ames Tonight. I am a head floating over the Green Lantern insignia, and with me, Lisa. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Lisa Greenwood, and I don't have anything really cool to say about myself. But happy Halloween, everybody.
Yeah, all right, cool. So, since we do have the Halloween special, we thought we should make it at least a little bit related to Halloween, because, you know, we didn't really have that many stories on it. So, Lisa and I have decided to tell each other a couple scary stories. Thought that might be fun for the audience. Yeah,
super. Like,
all right.
Let's get started.
Okay, so here's a good one. It's kind of short, but it's whatever. So, the last man on Earth is sitting alone in a room, and suddenly he hears a knock at the door.
Who's knocking?
I don't know, he's the last man on Earth. Oh.
Okay. I guess I'll just start out with a really great one I've got.
Okay.
Probably one of the scariest stories I've ever heard was when my mother looked me in the eye and asked me, "What am I doing after graduation?"
That's a rough one. Oh gosh, I don't even want to hear how that one ends.
Pretty spooky.
No offense.
Yeah, me either, honestly. I'm pretty spooked about it myself, so.
Yeah, wow. Ugh. All right, well, I guess here's one for me. I'm supposed to register for classes 5 days ago.
You know, do you have any library finds? Because that'll get you. Those are pretty spooky.
Those are scary.
All right, well, I've got a really pretty spooky one for you.
Okay.
I went on a date with Matt Van Wert.
Oh. That's rough. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
Here's an even scarier one for you. I went on a date with Matt Banwart.
Oh my. Oh my.
It's not. Yeah,
It's
not
getting
good.
too spooky for me. I gotta get out.
You got any more?
You know, I think I'm too spooked to say
All right.
any more, honestly. Oh my god.
Hey.
Oh, just act natural.
And even spookier news, I went on a date with Matt Banwart.
That's terrifying.
I just think I threw up a little bit.
Oh, I did. A lot. All right, well, we've got one last story for you. All right, here you go. You ready?
All right. I'm on the literal edge of my seat.
All right. So there was a dark universe. And in that dark universe, there was a dark galaxy. And in that dark galaxy, there was a dark solar system, which was kind of weird because solar systems are usually kind of bright, but whatever. Anyway, in that dark solar system, there was a dark planet. And on that dark planet, there was a dark continent. And in that dark continent, can you guess?
There was a dark country.
There was a dark country. And in that dark country, there was a dark state. And in that dark state, there's a dark city. And in that dark city, there's a dark street. It was Mormon Avenue. Dark avenue. And in that dark avenue, there was a dark house. It's getting spooky, isn't it?
Super spooky, Jim.
In that dark house, there was a dark upper floor. And in that dark upper floor, there was a dark room. And in that dark room, there was a dark closet. And in that dark closet, there was a dark wardrobe. And in that dark wardrobe, there was a dark box. And you want to know what was in that dark box?
Yeah, Jim. I want to know.
A big pink jelly bean. Well, that's all the time we have tonight. So thanks for watching our Halloween special of Ames Tonight. And come back on Tuesday for some news and sports. Thanks for watching.